I'm really excited today to introduce and interview Clare Feeney. She is a strategic environmental specialist and a professional speaker, having worked in the environmental field for over 30 years. Welcome, Clare.
Thanks for interviewing me, Jess. I'm really looking forward to chatting with you.
Cool. So today, Clare's here to talk to me about her new book. Firstly, I really want to know, how did you arrive at writing a book about environmental training?
I know, it seems like such a dumb thing to do. It came about by accident, of course, as these things do. Back in the 1990s, I was asked to help out with a major environmental training program. And it turned out to be so incredibly successful. It took everyone by surprise. And, you know, I delivered this training for a good 15 years while I was doing lots of other environmental training too. And after several years, more years than I care to admit, I finally worked out why this program had been so successful. And it just came to me in one diagram, just into my mind, complete. And it was 7 factors that contributed to the success of that program. And I thought, look, I've got to capture this knowledge so that other people can do it too. And that was really why I wrote the book, because it's generic, you know, anyone can follow those methods. So that was why I did it. I mean, I've done technical training on loads of different topics: household hazardous waste handling, erosion sediment control, septic tanks, manufacturing, waste minimisation, you name it. But no one in the world can do all the environmental training. We've got to get our experts out there doing training. And so they don't know anything so much about training. So my mission really with the book is to help environmental experts develop, deliver and evaluate the great training that only they can do.
That sounds really good. And 7 steps, I mean, you make it sound so simple, but I'm sure there's more to that in the book. Why would you say that this is needed right now?
Well, it is a biggie. We face a series of environmental crises, which really many people find too depressing to even consider, but things like climate change, water pollution, biodiversity collapse, you know, these have been identified by agencies like the World Economic Forum as really posing global threats. And so we're working on addressing these threats, and there's much more concerted action. It's very inspiring. But we face a local and global skills shortage at the same time. So we're all everywhere in the world looking for the same scarce skills. And I think the only way we can really grow those skills is to help our experts pass on their knowledge in the best possible way so that we can grow the industry. So those are the 2 big drivers I see right now. Yeah.
Awesome, and also very topical recently as well. So
Yeah.
who should really be picking up your book, grabbing it and reading it?
Oh, good question. I think it's, you could say that it's mainly for high compliance sectors like horizontal or vertical construction, forestry, manufacturing, waste sector, and so on. But really, it's for any organisation that really wants to understand its own methods, particularly if they have any degree of compliance around that. Carbon reporting is going to really be stepping up. So sector associations, government bodies are often rolling out training to their own members on this thing. And actually, when I ran my last workshop, one of the people there said, oh, could I use this methodology? It was about measuring the ROI on your training. He said, could I try a health and safety example for this? And I went, well, I don't know anything about health and safety, but I'm not an expert like you, Jess. But I said, well, have a go. And it worked perfectly for him. And so, yes, it's targeted at people working in the environmental and sustainability area, but it really does work for quality, health and safety as well.
Awesome, and it's great to hear that it is very transferable, meaning that there's lots of people that can really make use of your book.
Yep.
So what's unique about your book, Clare, that makes it an essential read?
Well, you know, if you Google books on environmental training, you find technical manuals like how to run a wastewater treatment plant. But it's so, you know, if you want to develop a training program on a different topic, there really isn't anything out there for you except my book, because I've isolated those 7 success factors. It means that anyone can use it in any environmental area where they're the expert who needs to transfer their knowledge. And I guess there isn't one more thing. Could I add a second one that makes it unique? Is cheating. Is that what I do is I've adapted the tools used by professional trainers all around the world to measure the financial ROI of their training, and combined that with tools that economists and environmental managers are using to monetize the benefits of their training across many different forms of capital. So it could be social, indigenous, natural, financial capital, you name it. So I help them work out exactly what the performance problem is, and then how to evaluate it so that they can actually really measure, for example, with training on carbon accounting, what difference is that going to make to our national and global goals? But remember, these experts, they're the only ones who can deliver that great training, and I just help them do it and measure the outcomes.
That's really, really good. I mean, thank you for all your words today, and you know, I for one look forward to reading it in relation to my professional work as well. Do you have a copy of it you can show us so we know what it looks like?
Yes, I do. Here we are. This is the one, and in fact, the cover is amazing. It's a random walk. It's actually a statistical. I love it. Anyway, my wonderful publishers are Gosbrook Professional Publishing, based in the UK, and they have been so good to me. So there's the copy of the book. Yes.
Awesome. And that's available on Amazon?
Yes, it's available on Amazon. They often don't ship to New Zealand, but you can order through your local bookstore if you're in New Zealand, or possibly even Australia.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Claire. Really enjoyed speaking with you today, and can't wait to read it. And I'm sure many others out there can't wait either.
Thanks a million, Jess. I've loved chatting with you.